and said, "Maze, don't leave me." And he wasn't even saying nothing.
Heartbreak and horror. A trigger is pulled, a child is killed. Now another family is grieving an unthinkable loss.
Major kept saying he was ready to go.
Right now at 5, the search for the shooter or shooters continues as local leaders come out with a strong response to the violence plaguing our city.
And in fact, Cleveland's mayor and police chief going to be holding a news conference to address the recent rash of gun violence. You see him just walking into the room right there. They're going to talk about this ongoing issue that's taking place right here in the city of Cleveland.
Frank, you were out there last night, right after this happened on East 113th Street.
Yeah, I was out there, and neighbors, they spoke to me, but they were reluctant to speak with me because they feared for their own lives. They're sick and tired of this violence, but Lee, they have to live in these neighborhoods, so they don't want to be seen by the wrong people speaking out because they don't want to become the city's next victim.
And of course, this shooting comes on the heels of the death of a 5-year-old child, and people are not only saddened, but they are angry about what's going on in their neighborhoods, and Mayor Frank Jackson is about to speak to this issue. Let's listen into what he has to say.
So are we ready? Okay. Well, first I want to send our condolence as a city and myself personally to the family who lost the life of their 3-year-old child. You know, there's something about innocence. There's something about innocence, and sometimes we have discussions and we rationalize things no matter what the subject matter is, but there's something about innocence that just makes all that irrelevant. And I think this is one of those situations, along with the situation that happened a little while ago with the 5-year-old. And what we're finding is that Clevelanders, based on the cooperation we've been getting so far, not only in this case, but in the previous case with the 5-year-old, the Clevelanders believe that people have crossed the line. They believe that they've crossed the line in whatever their issues are and whatever their rationales is in regards to what they do. There is no explanation or no justification for the loss of innocence. And so the chief will give you more details about not only what we've done in the past and what we're currently doing, but also what he believes are some recommendations going forward in terms of us operating and functioning as a community to deliver the message to all those not only who were involved in the recent 2 incidents, but all those people who would even think about doing anything in the future, that we believe they crossed the line. All right, Chief.
Thank you, Mayor. I'd also like to convey my condolences to the families, not only Major, but again to Ramon's family. You know, it's sad that we're here again, not more than a week and a half after a similar tragedy in our city. And as the mayor stated, it's somewhat comforting that our community has started to step up and show their displeasure with things that are going on in the city, and to assist in bringing those that are responsible to task, to justice for what happened. We have been down this road before. We have, as a division and as a city, put things in place and conducted things that we feel would definitely eradicate, not completely, but to tamp down the violence in this city. We have to do more. We need to do more. And, you know, we're asking for the public's help in this, and we need the public's help in this. Policing and safety in this city does not happen without our community members out there. And we want to make sure that they understand they're an important part of this. We want to give them something concrete that they can do this weekend, as a matter of fact, to get more involved in what's going on in the city and how we keep our citizens safe. Again, we appreciate the assistance that we've been given so far, especially in these two cases. We still have a lot of work to do, and we want to make sure that the public understands that any information that you may have in any case of violence that happens in the city, we need that information. And if you reach out to your local district station or to police in general, 623-5000, we'll take that information. But this Saturday at 11 a.m., as you know, we convened from the administration back in May an initiative called One Cleveland, where we tried to bring together members of our faith-based community, our community at large, and people in general that have a stake in what's going on in the city and want to see the city do better and want to see people safe in the city. And we haven't stopped that. So this Saturday at 11 a.m. At the following recreation centers: Zelma George, Cadell, Lonnie Burton, Matt Zone, and Glenville. Those meetings will take place where our residents, our partners, people that are just concerned about the city and want to be a part of it and want to continue to help make things better can attend those meetings and get further information. The meetings will start again at 11 a.m. this Saturday at Zelma George, Cadell, Matt Zone, Lonnie Burton, and Glenville Recreation Center. We'll have partners there from our Peacemakers Alliance who are an integral part of this, who are out day in and day out trying to make our city safer. Our clergy, definitely, our city leaders, our police leaders, and definitely our community leaders. So we want to encourage people to come out, to talk about the things that are going on in the city and how we can make it better. As a side note, the division, along with the people that care about the city, continue to try to do things about violence in the city. We continue to fulfill our mission to protect and serve. But we can't do it alone. We need the public's help. We want the public's help. And if there's any information on any unsolved crime in this city, give us a call. You can remain anonymous. We will ensure that you remain anonymous. But we have to keep on this track of making people accountable for things that happen in the city. Thank you.
Give us an update on the status of the investigation.
The investigation is continuing. We have a lot of solid leads with the help of people out there that have come forward, but we know there's more information that can help us tie some of the things together a little better, and we encourage those people to also come forward. Our homicide unit, you can reach them at 623-5464. Any information that you may have, however minute you may think it is, please give our homicide unit a call and give them that information. The investigation is continuing. We do have leads, but we need the public's help in tying those leads together.
So at this point, can you hazard an educated guess on circumstances, storyline, motive?
At this time, as a lot of these things go, there is some preliminary information that there's a dispute between different people out there in the community. And
that's Police Chief Calvin Williams speaking about the shooting death last night of a 3-year-old boy and the death of a 5-year-old just a short time ago in the city, asking for the help of the public to come forward with information. You can do so anonymously, and also talking about an effort with One Cleveland at 5 rec centers on Saturday for people who want to talk about how to stop this in the city and how to make the city better.
Yeah, often you don't see any emotion when it comes to police. They just want to handle the situation that's right there. But you could definitely see the frustration in his face, and you could hear it in his tone. Just a sidebar note, about 2 weeks ago, he was speaking about the 5-year-old that was shot and killed in that drive-by. They put forth a gallant effort. The night before, they had removed 89 guns off the streets. The very next night, yet another drive-by shooting. Now back to the